Welcome back to the City to Adventure YouTube channel. I'm Eric, and today we got a different kind of video. Today, on my way home from work, I am going to take what I believe is called the Chicago North Branch Trail. I want to say that it is referring to the Chicago River North Branch. This trail runs along that for a good bit of time, and this goes from, I believe the start is where we're going to begin at Gompers Park, the Woods area, to I think it's Niles or Skokie is where we're going to get off. Yeah, so I don't know exactly how long we're going to be on this trail. I think it's about, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles, maybe more. I'll have to look it up, but we're going to be passing through the neighborhood I grew up in, and I'm going to try to show you guys around a little bit over there. The school I went to as a kid. And then we're even going to pass, but I'm not going to stop and show it, the house I grew up in. So right now we're going towards the trail. We should be there in 10 minutes, and I'll show you guys exactly where we're at when we get there. But before then, I'm going to show you where I went to grammar school, because we're going to pass it. Alright, so I got you guys off the bike mount right here. It's the house I grew up in. Quite a bit of stuff changed around here. Typical Chicago construction. They've always dug up over here. Not surprised. One of the neighborhood churches. This is new. Beautiful sunflowers. And then up here in a minute, we're going to be coming to the school I went to from kindergarten until 8th grade. So right here, on the left side, the playground over there is new from the last, I don't know, 5 to 10 years. This building is 6th, 7th, and 8th grade only. I think that's still that way. It was when I went there. And the main building back there, behind the parking lot, which used to be the basketball courts. This used to be the parking lot. Then they did an expansion, which looks really nice. So that's awesome. But I didn't get to enjoy any of that. Let them go. And then at the end of the block here, we're going to get to the trail. And here we are at the North Branch Trail. At the Forest Preserve District of Cook County. I don't know what they would actually refer to it. It's just Gompers to us who grew up here. But this is the loop here in black. Go up through and around Skokie Lagoon and come all the way back down. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff here, but So this is actually where we are starting, all at the bottom. Yeah, I think this is the correct spot actually, the technical start. So we're at Foster Avenue and Costner, and then we're gonna go all the way up to Tui only, which is Niles. So we're gonna go about there, and then I'm gonna shoot over. I have done all of this up to the Skokie Lagoon loop before. It is quite the ride, so we're gonna go ahead and get you mounted on the bike and get started. Okay, so we're gonna have closures here this year. That's good to know. But here was a sign that said be aware for possible flooding. So it's a good time to remind you, let you guys know that when you come through the North Branch Trail, the highway to the left, and you start coming down here, this you need to slow down around. One, it's a blind corner, and two, it'll flood here, and then as you get further up, you have the Chicago River, North Branch, right on our side. It's a beautiful area to come through, but this will flood, and further forward, there's also possible flooding areas. So pay attention to the weather. If it has just recently rained and you're gonna come through here, be aware. This can all flood. When it gets very, very bad, and I've seen this water level will come up and cover under the bridge and flood all this. It's still damp, so it's close. So this is cool. I had to walk up this bridge, but the cool thing is, believing this is a metro, and you can stop here, and you can see the tracks. If you wait long enough, you'll see a train, but not what we're here for. Back to speed. Lightning McQueen. Speed. we're getting closer. I can feel it. To I think it's like another part of the Caldwell Preserve, but somewhere in this area, to my left, on the other side of the water, I believe, they used to have campsites over here. So I know a lot of you guys watching this from this north side area, even if you're my age, in your 30s, early 30s, whatever, you're not going to know about these camping areas. And I've only found out about them by accident. So my wife and I don't know, 3-4 years ago, I think 4 years ago, maybe 5, whatever, we were exploring over at Caldwell Preserve while walking our dog, and we saw people walking on the other side or something, and I was like, I was curious on how they got over there, so I found out that you can go up one side of the hill from the main field area, and you'll end up in the parking lot of like that little Park District house at Milwaukee, and I think that's Devon. So if you end up in the parking lot there off of Devon, just before Milwaukee, and you walk to the back of the lobby, and I think it's the left side when you're walking, and you keep walking all the way down, you will see kind of a trail that goes straight back, and you're going to see concrete slabs that were the camping pads, and we only found those by accident. I ended up looking them up, and it was many years ago that they discontinued the use of them. But 5 years ago, when we were looking in and exploring, they were still keeping them fairly clean. They would mow and line trim around the camping pads, kind of keeping them visible, but it was in no way, shape, or form meant to be used. So, don't be mistaken. It wasn't that they were keeping them up to be used. I think it was just to keep the park in the area looking nice. I'm gonna go this way. I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. So, turning onto the green was the wrong direction. The trail's red. Should have paid attention to that to begin with. Or just remember things. Caldwell to the right. I don't know, quarter mile. And then right to our left should be the Chicago River, North Ranch. Still, that you will cross once again. So, you're gonna cross Toohey, and then you're gonna go left, not very far, just the other side of the bridge, and then turn right to continue on the North Branch Trail. But for me today, my time on the North Branch Trail ends here. Oof. I'm going to be taking Toohey home. I have another, I don't know, 3 miles to go home. So, I'm just gonna hunker down, listen to some music, and get there. But I'll touch base with you guys when I get to the house. But first, let's get across here, show you where you would enter the trail, and then I'll continue on. So, the sidewalk. Water's flowing fast. But right here. Well, I made it back in the neighborhood. I'm almost home. But that's gonna be the first part of the North Branch Trail. I'm gonna get back out and do more of it. So if you like the video, stick around, like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for parts 2, maybe 3, depends on how far we can get. But that's gonna do it for today. It's a great way to enjoy nature on the way home from work, or to just use as a path to travel to wherever you're going. Look into these trails, maybe hop on the bike instead of taking the train or the bus or driving. But that's gonna do it. Till next time.